Hello everybody, welcome Choto Reloaded, JP Mwonge, Choto YouTube. Join me, share, make any comments, say whatever you wanna say, and we're gonna have to talk a little bit of more you have heard. Kale mwenna mbaaniriza musula mutya muli mutya video mugigabanye mugiweeyo katuwulirize ku mukama waffe ng'ayogera mu 2:21 ebigambo bino tebisiimuuka.
Fellow Ugandans, for years since Uganda got her independence, there has been declining levels of democracy and rule of law. Billions have been lost in scandals. Mothers have died while giving birth in poor medical facilities, characterized with no medical supplies. Youth unemployment is at its peak, and the education system is alarming. Would you wish for a new Uganda where recruitment is based on merit, not through political patronage? A new Uganda where land and equitable distribution of national resources is secured. A new Uganda where there is justice, respect for human rights, rule of law and democracy. A new Uganda where there is proper governance, equal access to quality public services, especially health and education. A people-centered Uganda where there is a right to social justice. A new Uganda for liberation, servant leadership, social and economic transformation. A new Uganda where there is an end to poverty, zero tolerance for corrupt practices, gender equality and a people-centered government. A new Uganda where the future of our children's children is guaranteed. Then vote Kyagulanyi Ssentamu Robert for President of Uganda 2021-2026. People power. Our power. National Unity Platform. Everywhere. This message is powered by Choto, Uganda.
Morning, good afternoon, good morning, good night, everybody. Australia is getting evening. Mwenna mbaaniriza mwebale kujja walemwa Ivan, Julius, Georgia, Musa Chigato, Edina Kiza, mwenna wherever you are, JP Muwonge platform, thank you for hosting me. Choto Reloaded, thank you for hosting me. Choto YouTube, thanks for hosting me. Everybody, thanks you for sharing my video. I repeat this every day. There is sad news in Uganda that doesn't go away. 19 women, they die every day. 330 children, they die every day. 21 people, they die in a brutality. In a brutality every day. And the 21, they die in a fatal accident. Those are only the few statistics we have, but it is more than that. Bannayuganda waliwo ekifaananyi ekitavaawo nti abakyala 19 bafa nga bazaala ate nga bali badde tebafa, abaana 330 bafa, abantu 21 bafa mu kutulugunyizibwa okwa abantu abayitibwa abalina otukuuma, ate 21 bafiira mu bubenje. Kati bannayuganda ekintu kyenjagala okwogerako nti olugendo tulina luwanvu okuggyawo dictator, okuggyawo nakyemalira. Naye okuggyawo nakyemalira olugendo luwanvu, naye tulina okusookeramu ffe mwennyini. Fellow Ugandans, we have got a overall long journey. This is why Nelson Mandela said it is a long journey. Long journey. He didn't say it is a short journey. ANC, it took them 27 years plus years before Mandela was in prison. It's a long journey. We are not going to achieve it within one day. Possibly we can achieve it, but if we know the magnitude, what is in front of us is what matters. Also, if you know that you are against a dictator, it's better you look in your camp. NUP, you are looking at some other people. You are looking somewhere else. Let us look at what in our camp, what can help us to get united. If we get united, we can oust Team 7. We can oust anybody who comes in, because the power within people is very, very important. Is what is more than the weapons. If We look at the basics within our camp. These are the weapons, the tools we are going to rely on. You rather rely on somebody than rely on a weapon, because it's a man who fires a weapon. Bannayuganda, olugendo lwe tulina luwanvu nnyo. Mandela lwamutwalira emyaka 27 ogatteko n'egiri egy'emabega. Naye bwe tumanya omulabe waffe nti muzibu nnyo, mubi nnyo, ffe tulina okwekebera mu ffe ne tugamba nti ffe ate twegatte tutya, ate ffe tukole tutya okusobola okuŋŋanga omulabe oyo. These are the basics we have to look at. We have to look at compromise. We have to be tolerant. We have to acknowledge that we are different. Demic is very dimensional. Today, I'm here to talk about important issues. And you will see me talking about football. And you will see me talking about work. You will see me talking about community work. My parents, my work. Tubeere dimensional. Tubeerenga we compromise. Gwe kati bw'ondaba nti olw'okuba mpagidde nnyo oba Liverpool n'ogamba oyo yabivaako, nedda sibivangako. I'm just dimensional. And I do multitask. Bw'ondaba nga ngenze ku holiday n'ogamba ate oyo tabiriko. Mbiriko. Naye obwongo buno tuba twetaaga n'obuumuzaako ne tubuwaako ku kintu ekirala. Kyova olaba nti President waffe mbagamba ali mu center bw'oba oyogera ku bintu bya politics. President waffe ali mu center awagira Man United. President waffe omulaba n'akuba obujalidi n'agenda egunti n'agenda ku beach n'adda wano n'akola atya. Tetusobola kubeera bano abali ntera mundu. Tetugenda kubeera for ba bush war. Tetugenda kubeera ba bad radicals. We can be radicals, but in a very, very sensible way. So the job is too big. All we need to know is these basics. Tekigasa bwe mubeera mu group ate omulala n'agenda n'afominga group endala. Oyo omuntu akola group endala aba tayagala kujjako nakyemalira. Where do you find that time? If you cannot compromise ne group eriwo, how are you going to compromise group gy'otaddewo? Ate era group gy'oteekawo osala namba. Kati bannayuganda tulina okutunulira ebintu bino nti bikulu nnyo, twagala tetwagala. We have a big job in front of us to remove a dictator. Kati mulaba nabagamba beginning of the year, ndowooza nakyogera 3rd of January, nga ndabye strategy ya NRM was to invade our space, social media. They have invaded our space. Now yet they haven't won. We are the winners. We are still there. We are still going. And fellow Ugandans, keep on going. These people, they are hoping that at one day we are going to give up. At one day we are going to become silent. No, that is not our way. We are not going to become silent. We have to stay resilient. We have to persist. To encourage each other. Don't let anybody go, fellow Ugandans. So when we meet these people, they want us to drop off. They want us to fight each other. They want us to have factions within factions, opposition within opposition. Kalifeche tulinokola is to fight that. For instance, I give you a case. Somebody might not try to contact me if they feel I've done something wrong. Then they come online, they say it. Obviously, I will know that that message is for me. But what do? I humble myself. Even if I don't take it well, I humble myself and sijja kunyiga. Kubanga bwe nyiga, I'm going farther away from the unit we want. We want unit, we want to unify. But the basics, we have to look in our camp. There is no way you are going to oust a dictator when your camp has got factions, when your camp you cannot compromise, when your camp you cannot understand each other. It is very, very, very imperative. These are small things about mugamba ebyo. These are basics. When you look at a dictator, it's not small. The reason you call him a dictator, it is a component, is very, very big. Why you call him a dictator? Omuntu nakyemalira tajja nakyemalira one day. Naye abeera n'ebintu bingi nnyo ebyegasse gwe n'osobola okumuyita nakyemalira nga biyiseewo. N'olwekyo to break it, you have to find solution. ekisooka within your camp, not his camp, not to attack his camp. Kale abantu abasinga mbawulira muli ku Gashumba, nze oyo Gashumba, I've talked about that man long time. Abantu abasinga mutunuulira eno no, nze njagala at one time tusooke twetunuulire nga NUP, tusooke twetunuulire nti nze Edina bw'ayogera nkola ntya munyiiza, Bobison Male Nkulabi bw'asharinga, do I really take it on? Obuntu buno obutonotono singa tubeera bakitole bwetuti is the only way we are going to overpower. Mujjukira our president yagamba bwe kyamuluma, was it 2016? Now we are to opposition teyegase. That was one of his worst day. Ebintu bino birema because of basics. Until we are different, we have differences. Kakati, we cannot compromise. We cannot accept each other. We cannot listen to each other. We are not looking at our aim until tulina dictator. When you say you are removing a dictator, it's not something very small. When you say you want to remove a dictator, it's big. But however big it is, we can overthrow a dictator. I have an example. Ugandans, a lot of you know Arsenal Football Club. And most people, they are Arsenal Football Club. My mom is Arsenal diehard. My nephew, Arsenal. I've got so many people, Arsenal. Arsenal, njagalo babulira. There is a man, I forgot his name, Mudugav. He took on a fight with Sky Sports. Sky Sports is big. Ye Premier, ye rage mipira, eja Premier League in the UK. Now, they were selling some to America, they were selling some to Chinese. However, this man came out, Mudugav, yazalibwa Bungereza, natandikawo Arsenal YouTube channel. Natandika okuleta abafan okukakana omusajja that YouTube channel bagimugulako. What has come out of that? Many people, they have started so many YouTube channel. Nga zonna zikwatagana ku mupiira. Kati ng'ekiro waabaddeyo omupiira. Naye omupiira ogwo ng'abantu bagulabira eno ku YouTube commentary kubanga we wali ebintu ebiri genuine. Tebakyatunulira bali abajja mu masuuti ne boogera nga ebintu ebimu tebabyogerako. Kati mulaba, this was broken up by one man. You start doing something, now you have to maintain, you have to be consistent, you have to talk to the public. If we don't talk to the public, then we are losing grip on our fight to oust the dictator. We must avoid forming groups within groups. We must be tolerant. We must acknowledge. Nze mbagamba siri munadini, but I'm a believer. Fortunately, I know the Bible. Not very well as I used to do, but I refer to the Bible. Look at Jesus had 12 disciples. Jesus had 12 disciples, but each disciple was different from each other. Now those disciples, they went with Jesus. Some were falling off down somewhere. Mujukira ba taxi collectors. Mujukira Peter. Mujukira Philip. Mujukira Judas. Mujukira Thomas. They were all different characters like we see for today. But those people, they walked with Jesus. But Jesus knew them. Bobby Wine knows everybody. So these people, they dropped off, but Jesus did never send anybody off. But until when Judas betrayed Jesus. Then at the end, things were known. So what we have to know, we are going to be different. The basics, let us find a way to compromise. Let's find a way to take our egos down. Tonyiga, you cannot be on the front line. You cannot be that they have to talk about you. Nothing satisfies me. For me, every day I'm working very hard. I'm doing my work, but I'm doing whatever I can to add on to the struggle, to add on a tough word, or we can get somewhere to oust what. For me, I'm not to oust a dictator. I'm not satisfied at all for anything at all. If I can do something, I'm going to do it. But we have to look at civil education. We have to look at civil education. Abantu munenya abantu tebavaayo kwekanga abantu mumbanenya tebavaayo bannayuganda emiwendo gijja kulinnya buli kimu kijja kwonooneka nze munnayuganda gwe mmanyi ndabanga atagenda kujja okujjako gwagamba anenya abantu ng'ovuddeyo. I repeat this. Civil education is one way that is going to help us. The way I know Ugandans, they are not going to come on the street. Except you who say that those people, they should go, you should be the first one to go. You should be the first one to mobilize. We have got so many issues to stand. When we talk about civil obedience, it is the first time Observer newspaper talked about torture and they referred to constitution. All this time they have never said anything wrong with abuse of human rights, with abuse of freedom. But the more we speak about these things, constitution, the more we refer to them, the newspaper, they are like us. These journalists, they are like us. They're going to start using your quotation or those quotations and then make it a paper or news. Observer talked about the torture in Uganda. They talked about the torture during Idi Amin, the torture of today. So, civil education, nkulu nnyo. But that civil education, we have to entangle that to something that convinces somebody that it is worth it to go on the street. It is worth it to demonstrate. When we are going to demonstrate, we don't need to go in the cities. We can demonstrate from where we are. We can demonstrate from our villages. We just have to find out how are we going to demonstrate? How are we going to have a civil disobedient? Bwe tuba twegugunga tetugenda kulowooza nti tulina kugenda mu bibuga. Mu byalo tusobola okwegugungirayo naye tulina kufuna twegugunge tutya. Tufune abantu 10 bagambe owa RC bamugambe nedda ffe wano tukooye kino ekintu tetukyakikkiriza. Owa RC ajja kuwulira kye bayita people power. Tetwetaaga genda ku police, tetwetaaga genda ffeffe nnyini tusobola obbeekwatiramu local tunoonye ekintu kunga civil disobedience. Civil obedience ku local gundi level. Ffe tubalekera ekibuga bakigadinge, city square bagiteekemu emizinga, roundabout ezigenda emagere baziteekemu emizinga, baziteekako mu mamba ebisaawe, byonna babiteekako mu mamba. Ebyo tubibalekere ffe tudde mu kyalo. After all, the biggest abantu abasinga babeera mu kyalo. The biggest population is in the village. So it is how we strategize. So we have to use civil education. Civil education. We have to educate those people. Civil, you don't have to go education. You don't have to go into class. The moment you tell somebody, you entangle ideas in a mind with something evidence-based. N'omugamba kiri mu ssemateeka okulwanirira abantu abatyoboola ssemateeka, okukuuma ensi, okugidifendinga nkyerabidde, naawe gwe wennyini okulonda n'okukuuma akalulu. Omuntu ajaga buno bwe buvunaanyizibwa bwange nti n'okukuuma ssemateeka tulina ogirwanirira, tebagityoboola, tebagyonoona. Abantu very soon nga tubayigiriza bajja kumanya. Omuntu n'omuyigiriza nti emmere gye bakuwa egwawo leero tegenda kubeerawo enkya, naye bw'oleeta abakulembeze abalungi nga NUP kyeriko ejja kubeera nnungi. For Ugandans, civil education is so important. We must give information that will give somebody conviction to turn down bribes, to turn down the food, to stand against the intimidation. That civil education, let us entangle that with our constitution, that your power is in your what? Power is within you, is greater than that one who has got guns. Your constitution is telling you to vote. Your constitution is asking you to defend our country. Your constitution is telling you not to allow people to abuse your constitution. Just like that, slowly, few words, your constitution. Kifaanana nga bwe tulina oluyimba lw'eggwanga. oluyimba lw'eggwanga kifaanana nga bwe nnyimirira wano nga nina gundi eno mugiraba crane erina kyetegeeza kala zirina kye zitegeeza kati ffe bwe tunaatandika education tujja kumakinga sure nti children they know the Uganda national anthem what it means and they can sing it from one to the last si bino eby'okumuumuunya twagala abaana nga bamanyi oluyimba lwaffe olw'eggwanga kye lutegeeza si kuyimba buyimbi nga bakola batya so civil education ejja kututaasa nnyo morning pamkawa my class monitor ayingidde agenda bateerako obulanga kale civil education tulina okugimanya naye nga ekituyimiridde mu maaso omuntu ayitibwa nakyemalira munene nnyo naye tusobola omumumogola nga ffeffe nnyini ffe twegasse ffeffe nnyini nga tuyize nti nze bwe njogera ekinyiiza pamukaawa nyiiza olwaleero nkole ntya tunuulira ekisinga obukulu kujjako ssemateeka nedda kujjako nakyemalira gwate kati bw'oga nti kati ka gurupu nkavuddemu ate ntaddewo akalala tekigenda kuyamba tetulina budde obwo the job we have in front of us is big is very big naye we have to look in our camps these basics musobola okuziraba nti temuliimu naye these are the basics that brings you together binds you together motivates you you look after yourself tetwerabira okusaba abasibe baffe tetwerabira okusaba akalulu kaffe tetwerabira okusaba enkyukakyuka eva emikono gya nakyemalira edde emikono gy'abantu let us not forget to demand for prisoners let us not forget to demand the peaceful transfer of power we must demand our stolen vote as we speak for now temulaba nga ensi ebalemeredde they have been in power education is bad health is bad job creation is not there housing is not there transportation is not there the yardstick is there Museveni I can only tell you the yardstick is there education Uganda has got the lowest numerous and literacy 38% compared to Tanzania 48 and Kenya 68 we lag behind education few can access quality education kakati ebintu ebyo byonna yardstick weeri mu health our life expectancy is very low yadde batulimba it is 48 even eyinza n'okuba nga eri haya laba abaana abafa average abantu bafa bali bameka bano abafa ogundi olanya yafudde to 56 so oyinza okuŋŋamba nti kati gundi eyo eri mu 60 tebeerangako mu 60 nabbanja abalimba yardstick employment job creation failure kubanga bakimanyi 70% abaana bali unemployed and we have got the highest unemployment that is a yardstick another yardstick them tukola slavery yardstick ekulaga there is no job creation bagamba out of 430,000 people abaqualifyinga bawaka abantu emirimu 9 yardstick we have got a brain drain we're exporting more Ugandans we're exporting experts from Uganda to what yardstick housing how many people who can afford to build a house how many people can afford to rent how many people can olaba tulina gundi tulina overcrowding and then ghetto after ghetto slums after slums yardstick then roads in all of how many feeder roads tulina mbyalo what are the main roads tulinayo lane meka yardstick kati mwekyo NRM yardstick temulina kye mutugamba nti mufuze nnyo naye kati bannayuganda kyenjagala okubagamba ebintu bye tutunuulidde tuli ku muntu alemedde mu buyinza si w'amaanyi ba dictators bonna we baba but But let us not lose our focus. But let us continue doing what we are doing. But we have to press very hard. All they want is for you to come off the social media. Thanks, Pa. Ebintu nga bwe mubiraba, NRM nze mbabuulidde ekiri mu kampu yaabwe. They hoped after general election tujja genda quiet like FDC. We didn't. They hoped that was a wind phenomena, Bobby Wine mania. It will go. We did not go. Ochiraba, we didn't. So they hoped that we will go away. We are not. So what they have done, they have invested a lot of money into the media to get people of different style to come and speak on the radio. But you know what? Abantu, they are very clever. Abantu, they are not accepting. Bino byonna bye bagamba kabatambuze birthday, abantu bamanye ekituufu. Because people, they are very poor. The poverty is pinching everybody. People, they are very hungry. There is no food. We used to think that in northern Uganda, tiwali your food. Kati even all over Uganda, tiwali food. Kati if there is anything for people to have little money, a t-shirt and food, then we have it. Then we go and have it. Now, if we do our civil education, people, they will start separating. They will know they will know that is blood money that we are not going to eat. So they have poured a lot of money into the media. But I have good news. They cannot overpower us international because Kakwenza is there. Human rights, Nabagamba. Bobby Wine, yali mu Geneva. That is very significant moment. Abantu abasinga tebakitegeera. Nze neewunya n'okwewunya baba na Uganda abantu babakolera eki. Bantu bameka abatuuseeyo mwalabayo Obama. Mwamulabayo. Munjagala mumbuulire bantu bameka be mulabye mu eyo convention. Okutandika okwaprovinga nti e Uganda waliyo kitokota. Kati BBC yo nayo yakoze programu neyogera ku Kakwenza. Mugende mu accessing oba omukutu kyaba girina nejeri nebe byonna be ya adding up pieces. They are putting things together. The puzzle one day ejja kubeera clicked. Wait, kati if you underestimate nti Bobby Wine yali Geneva tiwaliyo kigenda kuvayo, tewali nothing visible gwe kyolaba, nothing quicker gwe kyolaba, but the foundation is there. Everything is into straight line now. Bamanyi nti okubonyaabonyeze we Uganda gye kuli. Kakwenza tebagenda muta. Ezo zonna evidence. Mujjukire waliwo ebintu biri zaake ne bamukuba n'amala e India. Bobby n'agenda mu America. Abantu baffe bonna Lutamaguzi ne bamukuba. Nkunyingi ne bamukuba. Buli muntu yenna bagenze bamukuba. Fred Lumbuye basibye. Babaka baffe babasibye. Ebyo byonna bibadde bibeerawo. But now, the moment Robert Kyagulanyi went into that convention is big. Nze kambabulire, NRM, even batya. Naye bawulira essanyu nti we are not talking about that. Kubanga that was a knockdown. That was big. They cannot bring Bobby Wine down. Ogenda mu Geneva n'oyogera. Geneva. Ogenda Switzerland. N'oyogera mweyo tebayinza kumalaga kuyita over wano. Kyova olaba nti abantu bwe baba bagamba nti boda ye Rwanda egguddwawo oluusi kabayira katego. I do this maybe after 3 years you pretend you are the one who have done this, then you get the present. You cannot claim to lead a country over one issue nti waguddewo gundi. Naye accolades of Bobby Wine, they become stronger and stronger. The case for Bobby Wine is stronger to become a president. All you have to know that we are invaded. These people, they have taken up, they are coming in our space. In our space, we are very strong because these people, they were bought. We have conviction. Twagala nsi ebeere mu bantu. Kati mwegendereze. Abantu abasinga bagenda kujja. We have to listen to them what they say. Then we pick them up. naye nga bw'ogenda okubalaba, all you have to know, don't believe what they are saying. What, when you watch them, make sense of what they are saying and pick them up, find the good, find the evidence to go against their word. Wawo video Masabake ya playing nga bali e Congo. Ka video yako bane kansigala munyo. Kati bo batandikawo olutalo nalwo luwedde. Naye mbagambye nti we have a big job to do. The picture of what required us to overhaul the mess. There is plenty of mess which has been done by NRA. Matia Kasaja, you are the worst. Minister, Matia Kasaja, you are the worst. Economy of Uganda is bad. Uganda is the third poorest country. The corruption is too big. You cannot ask for accountability. There is no money. Prices are going up. Essential commodities. We import more than export. Our shilling deflated. Our shilling inflated. Kakati Matia Kasaja, why would you be? Every people, they are very poor. So why would we be a minister of finance? You haven't made a difference. Janet Museveni, you've been a minister of education. What have you done so far when the school they are as bad as that? Apart from scorning at people to buy flasky to do what? Politics where you wanted to take us something to do to give with sanitary pads. Those are not politics. I grew up and I had to look after myself. I grew up, brought up, born in Uganda. I grew up. Life politics is not about sanitary pads. These are culture we managed. I did manage it that way. I managed until today. So it's not like people, they are hiding. They don't want to say anything. Hello, Jenny. Hello, Aisha, Sem. Hello, Mahereza Thomas. So they don't want to do what is required of them as politicians. Then they pick these petty what? Petty issues. Why not give us service delivery? Service delivery is about 5 key issues. 5 key issues. That is the only know you have. Education, health, create jobs, housing, and transportation. If everybody can have that in Uganda, people, they won't be complaining. What they know, what they don't know, they are recruiting people to come and speak to the people and change their mind. Our duty, because it is a big picture to overall. We need to have a big picture. We need to broaden up. Twetaaga tugasiyeeko ku bwongo bwaffe okwejjako munnakyemaliro naye tulina okutunuulira ffeffe nnyini tuli tutya ffeffe nnyini live za muno oziggyako tetulina budde but oziggyako oziraba videos sharing. Do you like it? Oyagala to counter attack ate ogende ku live atodde obeere ng'oli omuga ate ng'abantu baba bakitegeera. Is that what we want? We shall not waste our energy. NUP manifesto ekugamba we are going to fight poverty, disease, ignorance, not political opponent. Olwaleero tukimanyi. We are not going to fight political opponent. We are fighting poverty, disease, and ignorance. Ignorance, as for now, is a big issue. That people in Uganda, they are very ignorant. That people, you can say you disagree with them today, but they don't expect you to be nice to them. Oh, you disagreed with me yesterday. That means, how are you nice to me? That is ignorance. Ignorance. Because if you are not ignorant, you would know that today you don't agree, tomorrow you will agree. You will know that we are after to oust. So the picture of what is required us to overall the mess is big. But we have to look at the basics within our camp. I'm not saying it's not there, it's there, but it is every day. And when you look at unity, talk about tolerance. How do you tolerate them? Compromise. How do you compromise with my style? Love and support. For Ugandans, we need to learn to love each other. I'm telling you. I keep on referring you to the football. England, a team was in Champions League semi-final. But whoever was not supporting Man City last night was supporting because it is an English club. Where we are now, we have got so many Ugandans, they don't care about national interest. Demonstrate, no, ndi bulungi. Oh, jangu ekalakasi, nze ndi bulungi. Jangu twogereko. Kyenva mulaba Bobby abagamba mbayita lwaki temujja. National importance. We need it. We need to love our country, not to love ourselves. Let us not be selfish. Tuli bannakyemalira. Omuntu n'akugamba tugende amalwaliro simabi nti nze nja kusobola okwesasulira. Tugende. Nze ate nsobola okusasula school fees. Mujje tugende. Ate nze nfiirwe ssente za leero kakati school fees. Kakati school fees goes on for 100 years. The more you go to look for school fees, your body gets worn out. You get worn down. Buli wogaana nti gogenda kukola oteekawo ssente omubiri gwe gukoowa ate bwe gunaakoowa nga bakweyanza ng'otandika okubeera ku mase nga gwe tulaba 200 bakuwadde ki-t-shirt bakuwadde emitwalo 2 bakuwadde n'emmere nogaate oweeriire. It's not the Uganda we want. Naye dictator ye yeetoolodde. Dictator nakyemalira ataddewo ssente mu mikutu mingi nnyo okwogerera naye ebintu byagenda okwogerera tukozese ekintu kye tuyita okweyigiriza, civil education. Kati bwe tweyigiriza abantu bagambe nakyemalira amaze mu buyinza emyaka 36 emyaka 5 yagimala oluweero kati tuli myaka 4 tubagambe Uganda yalibadde ng'eri bulungi. Tubagambe Kenya bakuzizza olunaku lw'abakozi nga bongezeza omusaala omuntu ogereka minimum wage wetandikira. Tubagambe Kenya waliyo train Uganda tuli mutukutuku. Tubagambe mu myaka 36 nga tewaliwo lutalo buli kitundu kyonna kya Namukaaka, Lusaka lwa Mmese, Kigezi, Kabale, Kasese, Arua twalibadde tulina amalwaliro, twalibadde tulina amasomero nga malungi nga teweetaaga kugenda eri. Mu myaka 36 walibadde wabeerawo health center buli wamu wonna. So tetulina kubeera ne ba RC. Abantu tubannyonnyole nti tolaba nti ebyobufuzi bagufuula mulimu. Bannyonnyola obalage ekifaananyi obagambe nti gwe tolaba mu area gyendimu mulimu RDC bameka. Mulimu ebyo kwegamba bino bye bakoze bo okwetegekera. RC bameka, DPC bameka, baani bameka obagambe si bwe kirina okuba. Ssente ziba zirina kudda mu bintu ng'amasomero, malwaliro, enguudo okuba ennungi. Abantu tubalage nti enguudo ezo tezirina kubeera mbi. Tezirina kubeera mbi kubanga mu myaka 36 babadde bakuŋŋaanya. Kati awo tubayigirize civil disobedience nti wejjira nti we mugaana ne mugamba nti enguudo zaffe teziriiwo. Myaka 36 ssente tulaba muzizza eri kuza mazaalibwa. Mbagambe tewaliyo ddagala then mwegugunge naye mwegugungira wamukwata oyo wa RC kubanga ye muntu ayimiridde abakiikiridde kweyo levo. Mubeere ng'abantu abo ensi ezikulaakulanye bweziti bwe zikola tezigenda eri wala bakuserera mu katere toyombesa kkubo. Kakati ebintu ebyo byonna bye bigenda otutaasa. Civil education teweerabira kubuulira munnayuganda. Ensi yaffe bagitunda bagimalawo. Munnyonnyole ensi yaffe tebannagitunda. Nabadde nnyinnyonnyola abazungu nembanyonnyola nga baŋŋamba nti tugendaawo tujja kubawa obyala. Ne mbagamba tetubwetaaga ne baŋŋamba kiki nti tobwetaaga nti ne baŋŋamba ogera kujjawo egwe. Ne mbanyonnyola system how we can transform Uganda nga tukozeseza ebintu ebiriwo without borrowing. Batudde ne badda n'eri bwe bamaze ne bankwata mu ngalo ne baŋŋamba nti tukiwulira. Ne mbagamba yeah, why? We can transform our country without borrowing money. We shall stop all this money which is being borrowed. Therefore, we shall bring these people accountable. And all these people who are standing, butirikas, abadda wano okuwana, these people who are abadda wano okuwana. Kati munabe banna Uganda, why we have to fight ignorance? within a space of 1 week buli muntu yenaga muhozi afuge osaanidde otya muhozi are growing in your eye. Can you analyze him? What did he when he was 15 years? Has he ever done any national duty? What has he done ku bwavu? Kiki kyatasobola? He has got good access to his father. Kiki kyakoze mu magye? Abaana baffe okubatta, okubasiba, okubawozesa mu kkooti ez'amagye. What has Muhoozi done? Bobi Wine yatugamba nti oyo is always promoted because he's a daddy's boy. So what has he done? Naye kati olaba nti n'abantu bolowooza nti bategeera nga bagayimuze kati that is the ignorance. Ignorance, when we fight it with civil education, people they will have confidence. Omuntu ngaga oyo Muhoozi tali ebyo totuleetera emyaka 36 mutumalidde budde. Teebereza people who have died within 36 years nga tebalabye ku Uganda mpya. What we have to tell them, don't be convinced by these lies. They've been liars, they will always be liars, they will not change. Kati we have to civil educate these people kubagamba. Tokkiriza bino bye bagambye nti they are going to create 50 million jobs. Nakibakoledde mathematics omwangu. We are 45 million, they are going to create 50 jobs. Abaana who are not meant to work between the age of 1 to 15 by 50%. Be millions 22. And we who are meant to work, we are about like 15 million. Kakati emirimu giri 50 million bagenda gikozesa. Then tulina ba pensioners, ba Sekandi, ba Museveni, ba Janet, abo bali 2%. Abo is like mitwalo nga 8. So 50 million jobs zigenda kuddawa. That is a lie. They haven't created a job. Ugandans, mushyamukkiriza nnyo. Ugandans is about entertainment. Somebody comes and tells you, I'm going to create 50 million jobs. It's very simple, Muslim calculation. You get so excited so easily, and that is you want. Somebody comes and tells you, I'm going to transform, to change Uganda. How can you change it? Nga taata wabadde mu buyinza akoze manifesto mukaaga. None has never been implemented. How can you change it? You can only go to Rwanda, you can only go to Egypt. Can you go in Switzerland? Can you make that speech? How? How? Let us civil educate these people. Ambane mbabulira kino kisumuluzo kinene nnyo. Let us civil educate. Tweyigize ekigambo kunga. How are we going to mobilize within each other? Kunga. Abantu bano tubakwate. Abali ku kyalo tubabuzeeko emirembe. Kubanga ku kyalo you can speak to each other civil. So sibiri nti bazze ne mundu. Abantu nabo ne bamanya. Ate bo they don't retire. Erao they don't retire. Naye Bannayuganda nze mbabuulidde. There is a big picture we have to look at. What is required of us to overhaul the mess. Mess tugimanyi, buli kimu tukimanyi. Naye ekintu ekisooka, basics within our camp. Ekyokubiri, unity will require us to be tolerant, compromise, love, support each other. Wawulidde omuntu ali. Then tubeere ne civil education. Whenever we stand up, let us educate ourselves. Let us civil educate our people. What is there? What is the difference? What you can make a difference? What has gone wrong? Gwe balage bagambe ne bwe banaakola batya kino kye kikyamu. Uganda teri supposed kuba. Abantu bangi bafudde within the age of 36 nga tebalabyeko ku Uganda mpya, tebalabye ku change. Muwulira akalulu ke Kenya gye kali, but incumbent. There is no incumbent. Mukiwulira muti. Kenya they are going for election, but there is no incumbent. Kati Uganda ffe tetukirabanga nako. We need transfer of power. We need ex-president okubeera ate alitaringe ate abeera accountable for their time. Fellow Ugandans, mbagambye baagala okutujja ku social media. Baagala okuwulira nti tugivuddeko naye temugivaako. Nze mbasaba. Era nze bwe nakirabanga kyekintu bye batunuulidde. Tetugivaako. Gwe kyosobola okukola kikole. Demonstration zikole. live shows zikole, videos zikole, tiktok zikole, oba ogenda wa byonna byonna, naye tulemereko kubanga Uganda yaffe. We have to overstand this. We have to be passive. It's our Uganda. Continue what you are doing. Stay on this social media platform. Very soon they will give up. They will allow us to do. Very soon they are not going anywhere. Kakwensa case is within their neck. And if you underestimate why our president was in Geneva, sit back, analyze that. If you expected it, he went to bring you a loaf of bread. No, it wasn't like that. He opened the door. And now the dictator is fully exposed. Very soon, sanctions. He was convincing people, oh, NUP bayaye, NUP. No, 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 no. People, they will no longer accept that. So what our president did was very, very big. He was courageous. He held up and he gave a testimony, and no one can go against that testimony. So what do you think? International bajja kugamba it matters. You cannot be in government without being with international relationship. You cannot. Morning Nachimwe. You cannot. They are telling you lies. Omanyi kati nabagamba what they call demonizing. Bo bano abaagala okubeera buli kyoyagala okukola buno obukofiira tebukola ebyo ebya international tebikola ebyembaga tebikola bo buli kyokola kyonna they put it down, they demonize bakola, they put it down, they scope, they laugh. But well, we are the biggest, we are the alternative. They have to look at us, they analyze us every day. Mukimanyi nti NRM kati erina abantu abatuula wano ne balaba videos zonna. They are paying people to do that so that they can know what our mind is. But well, we shall never give up. The basics is to look within our camp. Mbagala nnyo bannange, nammwe mbeebaza nnyo okusharinga video, mbeebaza nnyo your comments. Thank you for your time. I'll be back, I think tomorrow I have some time, not Saturday, not Sunday. Whatever is going on in you gotta let it go. But it is what we do, is what matters. What do you do? What do you do? Tetugenda kujjira mu nnyumba nga tulaba ennyumba yaffe. Ennyumba tugirinako ebisumuluzo. Tulwanire ebisumuluzo ebyo. Tokkiriza. Bo kye baagala is you to give up. No, tetukkiriza. Intimidation is there, but let us never give in for our country. Kyekyo kyokka ky'oba otula n'olowooza. Nze kyokka kye kinnuma. I need nothing but to fight for my country, to fight for my right. Why should I give up my right? Why? Oba onsaamu emmundu kuba. Naye temujja tumalawo kyekyo kyokka. Salute. People power. Our power. NUP everywhere. NUP. Salute. Musibe, thanks so much.